Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi Rachel Zerin here with a thought for Shabbat. This week's double portion of Acharei Mote-Kedoshim includes one of the most powerful injunctions in the Torah. Kedoshim tihu, you shall be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy. An incredible goal to aspire to, but one that also can feel so lofty and broad that it can be hard to understand how to actually live up to it in our everyday lives. This injunction is followed by literally dozens of commandments that span the everyday details of our lives, interpersonal relationships, relationships with business and with workers and neighbors, and even how we relate to animals and to the divine. There is one thread, I think, that weaves through all of these commandments that perhaps instructs us in what being holy truly means. And that is that holiness has to do with a sense of obligation to something greater than oneself. Many commentators have noted that many of the commandments included in this week's Parashat end with a sort of signature, Ani Adonai, I am the Lord your God. And why does it include this kind of seal at the end of the statement? Perhaps because the actions that we are commanded either to do or not to do are ones that our fellow human beings would never know if we were to transgress. This is a reminder that even if other human beings cannot hold us accountable, we must be held accountable. We must hold ourselves accountable, or perhaps recognize that some sense of the divine is holding us accountable. Still, other commandments seem to be connected with this idea that even if our actions cannot be traced back to us, when they harm others around us, we cannot perform them. All of these, I think, are bound up with this common thread that we are obligated not only to a life that benefits ourselves, but to a life that benefits others. Regardless of whether our actions can be traced back to us, regardless of whether we can even be held accountable to our actions, a true life of holiness is one in which we recognize that our words, our deeds, our lives have ripple effects far beyond ourselves. And we have an obligation to others, regardless of whether others recognize the impact that our lives might have on them. I hope that we all can aspire to this level of holiness, and as we enter this week of Parashat Acharei Mote-Kedoshim, I hope that we can all feel that holiness from others around us and have a Shabbat Shalom.